step into the serene back gardens of the Haven Shoppe, where nature's magic is alive and thriving. In tonight's enchanting tale, you'll join Jadis, the nature witch, on a journey to gather ingredients for a powerful spell. As you walk through lush woods and thriving gardens, you'll encounter the quiet wisdom of the earth and catch glimpses of whimsical creatures. The soothing sounds of nature throughout your journey will calm your energy and guide you into peaceful, restorative sleep. The Haven Shoppe is a fantasy bedtime story series that will reconnect you with your inner magic as you dwell in the sacred space between waking and sleep. My name is Andrea, and I am deeply honored to be part of your sacred bedtime ritual. Tonight's tale focuses on the healing power of nature. You may already know that being surrounded by nature has a calming effect on the mind and body, reducing stress and helping to ground us. Simply spending time outside, whether in a forest, garden, or by the sea, can lower your heart rate, quiet your thoughts, and soothe your nervous system. Even if you're not physically outdoors, you can still connect with nature by imagining it in your mind. Picture the soft rustling of leaves, the gentle trickle of a stream, or the sweet scent of fresh flowers. Just visualizing these calming elements can have a powerful effect on your relaxation and overall sense of well-being. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, let your body relax even further, knowing that you are safe, grounded, and deeply connected to the nurturing energy of the earth. From here on, the only thing you need to do is relax and enjoy tonight's story. You stand at the wooden counter, carefully detangling a bundle of crystal pendulums nestled in an ornately carved box. As you work, Jadis gathers her things, preparing for your outing. From his perch on the top shelf behind the counter, Rex, the white raven, watches curiously. To an unsuspecting customer, he might appear to be just another trinket among the Haven Shoppe's many mysterious wares. An unassuming bauble perched amid the crowded shelves of enchanted curiosities. Helping the sister witches tend to their inventory never feels like work. Unboxing each shipment is like unveiling a tiny piece of the world's magic. And this latest collection of divination tools is no exception. The pendulums are a dazzling array of colors, soft pink, deep green, and swirling blue, each suspended from delicate chains of silver and gold. Your fingers are drawn to one in particular, an amethyst pendulum, its violet depths shimmering as it catches the light. You gingerly separate it from the others and hold it up. Unsure of what to do next, you let it dangle before you, turning it this way and that as you try to puzzle it out. Jadis's voice floats up from beneath the counter, rising above the soft clatter of unseen shelves she's rummaging through. Place your non-dominant hand palm up, then hold the pendulum over it with your dominant hand. Ask it to show you which direction means yes and which means no, she calls. There's no way she could have seen you, yet somehow she knew exactly what you were doing. By now, you've learned not to question such things. The sister witches, Jadis and Aurora, weave their magic into everything they do here at the shop, bringing healing and happiness to everyone who visits. You cherish every moment spent here. Still feeling a bit unsure, you do as she instructed, positioning the pendulum over your open palm. Taking a steadying breath, you ask aloud for it to show you which direction means yes. Without hesitation, the pendulum begins to sway from north to south. Startled by its immediate response, you quickly clasp the amethyst crystal in your hand, stopping its motion. Then, after a brief pause, you ask it to show you the direction for no. As soon as the words leave your lips, it begins swinging east to west. Remarkable, you think. Just then, Layla, the resident black cat, strides into the room with effortless grace, her emerald eyes gleaming with quiet mischief. She circles around you in friendly greeting, brushing her cheek against your leg. "Hello, Layla," you say with a smile. "Will you be joining us on our adventure today?" Still holding the pendulum, you feel its gentle tug as it begins to swing. No. As if to confirm its answer, Layla prances away, leaping onto her favorite spot, the wide ledge of the bay window. She stretches luxuriously, then curls into a perfect ball in a sunbeam, her tail flicking once before she settles. Apparently, the great outdoors are not calling to her today. Jadis finally re-emerges, holding a gorgeous wicker basket lined with a cotton cloth that drapes casually yet elegantly over the side. "It will be wonderful to have some company while I gather ingredients," to enchant these new pendulums," she says with a warm smile. "Once everything is gathered, we'll clear their energy, then craft a special potion for them to bring clarity and comfort to their new owners. Everything we need is on the grounds, either in the back gardens or the woods beyond them." Reaching for a few empty glass bottles on the shelf behind her, she adds them to the basket in true Jadis fashion. Somehow, without even trying, she arranges everything into a picture-perfect display, as if plucked straight from the pages of some enchanted magazine. "This should be everything we need," she announces, stepping out from behind the register and looping her arm through yours. "Let our adventure begin." Rex squawks in agreement and swoops toward the door, nearly colliding with the chimes dangling from the ceiling. You and Jadis share a chuckle before following him outside, where the crisp air carries the scent of herbs and the promise of magic yet to come. Just beyond the threshold, a large pot, brimming with delicate blossoms, sits beside the door, their petals swaying gently in the breeze. Without hesitation, Jadis kneels beside it, running her fingers over the velvety blooms. "May we borrow one of your blossoms for our work today?" she murmurs, her voice soft with reverence. A moment of stillness passes before she reaches into the pocket of her flowing skirt and retrieves a pair of ornate silver scissors. With a careful snip, she frees a single bloom and places it gently into the basket. The first ingredient has been officially checked off the list. We are off to an excellent start. Jadis rises to her feet, and together you make your way around the side of the building, where an iron gate marks the entrance to the back gardens. The stone path beneath your feet winds past the bistro section, where two ladies sit at a small table, their porcelain teacups catching the light as they chat. Jadis offers them a warm smile. "Good afternoon, Beth. Give your beautiful kitty cat a scratch from me. And hello, Dawn. I hope you're enjoying the bewitched typewriter." Beth and Dawn pause their conversation to wave, raising their teacups in greeting as you stroll by. Jadis has always had a way of drawing people in. While she and her sister Aurora share many similarities, especially in their striking features, Jadis is most certainly the more social of the two. Wherever she goes, light-hearted fun, warm hugs, and friendly conversations seem to follow. You walk along the meandering garden paths, taking in the soft rustling of leaves and gentle birdsong that fill the air. The path curves through patches of vibrant greenery where vines crawl up ancient stone walls and flowers in every shade imaginable stretch toward the sun. As you round a bend, a small clearing opens up before you, bathed in dappled sunlight. In the center of the clearing stands a plant with silvery leaves and pale blue flowers. Their delicate petals shimmer like moonlight. It's unlike anything you have ever seen before. The plant seems to hum with quiet energy, as if it holds a secret waiting to be discovered. Its gentle fragrance is deeply calming, evoking a sense of peaceful clarity, perfect for the spell you're about to craft. Jadis pauses beside it, her eyes scanning the plant with a knowing look. "This will do," she says. "This plant is known as Luna's Whisper. It's perfect for bringing clarity and soothing the mind. It will help guide the pendulum's new owners to the answers they seek with calmness and clarity." She carefully snips a few of the flowers with the same silver scissors she used earlier, placing them delicately into the basket. As the flowers are taken, the plant seems to glow faintly, its soft light pulsing with quiet energy. It's as if it's grateful to have been chosen to contribute to the enchantment. You stand for a moment, feeling the peaceful energy of the sunny garden seep into you before you and Jadis continue along the path. As you tread deeper into the gardens, the air grows richer with the earthy scent of moss and fallen pine needles. You pass by Jadis's workshop, a whimsical cottage tucked near the edge of the woods. Its weathered exterior, draped in ivy, blends seamlessly with its natural surroundings. You've had the pleasure of visiting it once, where Jadis crafted a beautiful key for you, one that unlocks the world of dreams. To this day, it remains under your pillow. You wander a bit further, taking in the lush landscape, when something catches your eye. An old, broken-down fire pit. The stone structure is cracked and weathered, its once sturdy walls crumbling under the weight of time. You can't help but wonder why it's left in such a state. After all, the rest of the grounds are meticulously maintained. Curious, you ask Jadis if there are any plans to repair it. It looks like it could be a lovely spot for a fire again. Old things still have purpose, she says with a smile. Come, stand quietly for a moment. The answer will reveal itself. You stand beside the nature witch, both of you silently taking in the scene. The fire pit, with its broken stones and faded memories, seems to hold a sense of stillness, waiting. Suddenly, movement catches your eye. 3 little bunnies peek out from the gaps in the stones. One by one, they hop out, their tiny feet pattering on the ground as they begin to chase each other around the structure. Their playful antics are a sweet and unexpected sight, and you can't help but smile at their innocence. The old campfire has been repurposed into a safe haven for these gentle creatures. Sometimes things fall apart so something new can emerge, Jadis says with a wink. With the lesson quietly absorbed, you continue onward, your heart lightened by the sight of the sweet bunnies. Moments later, you come upon a small stream running through the garden, its water crystal clear and sparkling. Jadis slows her pace and bends down beside it. She dips one of the empty bottles into the stream and fills it with clear, fresh water. Then she seals the bottle and adds it to the basket. The water that's drawn from the Haven Shoppe grounds is blessed in its own unique way. Its unique essence will be perfect for the task at hand. With the third ingredient safely tucked away, you both continue along the path, moving deeper into the heart of the gardens. Before you can get too far, Rex, the white raven, swoops down from the treetops, his wings cutting through the air. His feathers catch the sunlight, creating flashes of iridescent blue as he circles overhead. You'd nearly forgotten he was accompanying you. Jadis looks up, smiling fondly. "Good job, Rexy," she calls. The raven responds, fluttering downward to land on a nearby fence post. His sharp gaze fixes on a patch of vibrant greenery beneath the bushes, a sprig of rosemary, its silvery leaves glistening in the sun. With a flourish, Rex caws, his white wings stretching wide as he gives a nod toward the rosemary. Jadis steps forward to take a closer look at the herbs. Perfect, she murmurs, plucking a few of the tender leaves from the bush. This will bring clarity and insight to the spell. The rosemary's fragrance fills the air, a heady mix of pine and earth, grounding the moment with its fresh, invigorating scent. Rex flaps his wings proudly, as though he knew all along where to find it. Jadis takes a moment to scan the growing collection of ingredients nestled in the basket. There's just one thing left on our list, she says, with a playful glint in her eyes. And for that, we'll need to pay a visit to our Elflette friends. Your heart leaps. You adore these enchanted miniature beings, and the thought of visiting them again sends a thrill through you. Without hesitation, you follow her as she leads the way through the winding path of the garden. The trees seem to stand taller here, their branches twisting in playful shapes. You round a curve on the trail, and another clearing opens before you. There, atop a great, moss-covered tree stump, sits the Elflette's tiny home. Their cottage is no bigger than a dollhouse. Its chimney gently puffs wisps of smoke into the sky. Flower boxes, brimming with bright blooms, hang from the windows, and a little lantern flickers softly, casting a warm, golden glow across the moss-covered roof. Rex flies overhead, giving a series of sharp caws, heralding your arrival. His eyes sweep the area, settling on the vibrant green moss growing at the base of the stump. It carpets the ground in velvety softness. The moss appears to shimmer as though it has its own secret energy. Here it is, Jadis says. She steps forward with reverence, crouching down and bringing herself eye level with the Elflette's home. This moss is special, sacred even. It holds the energy of the forest itself, grounding the magic we're about to create. It's the perfect final touch for our spell. As you kneel down beside her, you notice tiny, intricate patterns woven into the moss. You catch a flicker of movement. Could it be an Elflette? But as quickly as you thought you saw it, the figure vanishes, hidden in the lush greenery. Jadis smiles. The Elflettes have given us their silent blessing. They've been watching over us. This moss is a gift from them, since our work is in harmony with nature's rhythm and for the good of all. With great care, she plucks a small section of moss and tucks it into a small pouch from the basket. Then she stands up, stretching her arms toward the sky, letting the energy of the forest fill her. Rex descends onto a nearby branch, bobbing his head up and down, satisfied that the last item on the list has been secured. Now we have everything we need, Jadis says with satisfaction. Thank you, dear friends, she calls over her shoulder as she begins to make her way back. You follow her down the path toward the shop. But just before the tree stump disappears from view, you feel the inexplicable impulse to glance back. Perched on the roof of their tiny home, 2 young elflets sit, giggling and waving goodbye. Their pointed ears, sharp and delicate, stand out as they grin at you with a joyful, mischievous glint in their eyes. You place a hand over your heart, delighted and deeply honored. The elflets rarely reveal themselves to anyone other than Jadis and Aurora. You close your eyes for a brief moment to imprint every detail of their sweet little faces in your mind's eye. It has been a marvelous afternoon. You feel perfectly in tune with nature and the magic it offers. The setting sun casts a golden glow over everything, softening the world around you. With Jadis at your side and Rex overhead, you walk in silence, content, at peace, and eager to witness the casting of powerful magic that only the nature witch can weave. Good night.